Bayern Munich signing a coach from Burnley. And not just any coach, but one who got relegated in his only season in the Premier League. Sounds crazy, right? So when people ask Vincent Kompany if he can handle the insane pressure at Bayern, where winning is like mandatory, it's not exactly a dumb question. But here's the thing, Kompany isn't sweating it at all. Everyone's out here saying that Bayern bringing in Kompany is a total joke. The worst move ever. Like, what are they even thinking? But guess what? They've got it all wrong. We're about to spill the tea on why the Bavarians picked Kompany and how this wild move is actually going to be pure genius. Vincent Kompany's legacy as one of the greatest centre-halves of the Premier League era is undisputed. With a perfect blend of physicality and technical prowess, Kompany was a defensive rock who read the game with precision, timed his tackles impeccably, and was remarkably comfortable in possession. Even as injuries hampered his later years, his influence on Manchester City, from Roberto Mancini's first title-winning side to Pep Guardiola's serial winners, remained profound. Kompany wasn't just a player, he was a leader, a mentor, and a symbol of unity at City. Kevin De Bruyne called out his big personality. Phil Foden thanked the skip for his guidance, and Yaya Toure referred to him as his brother. Pep Guardiola described Kompany as a special human being, whose character brought everyone together in pursuit of greatness. It's no wonder fans chant captain, leader, legend. Born in Brussels to a Congolese father and Belgian mother, Kompany was drawn to football from an early age. Despite facing racism and discrimination, he pursued his dream of becoming a professional footballer with relentless determination. At 17, Kompany broke into the first team at Anderlecht, leading Hugo Broos's side to a title and becoming the third youngest winner of the Belgian Golden Shoe in his debut season. 3 years later, Hamburg came calling, where despite injury setbacks, Kompany showcased his talent. His performances had already caught the eye of Mark Hughes, who was eager to build a team around the Belgian when he took charge of Manchester City. Kompany signed for City just 10 days before Sheikh Mansour's takeover in 2008. Hughes described him as one of the outstanding talents in Europe, praising his technique and versatility. Initially playing as a defensive midfielder, Kompany excelled when moved to centre-back under Roberto Mancini. As the club transitioned with an influx of world-class talent, Kompany remained central to City's success. He played a pivotal role in securing Champions League qualification and lifted the FA Cup in 2011, ending City's 35-year trophy drought. The following season, as captain, he led City to their first top-tier title in 44 years, famously scoring a crucial header against Manchester United in the derby. Kompany's defensive brilliance earned him the Premier League Player of the Season award, making him the first City player to receive the honour. Injuries limited his game time in subsequent years. When fit, Kompany made decisive contributions, including a goal in the 2018 League Cup final and that unforgettable long-range strike against Leicester City in 2019, which helped secure his fourth Premier League title. After 11 years and 360 appearances for City, Kompany returned to Anderlecht as player-manager before focusing solely on management. In his first season at Burnley, he led the Clarets back to the Premier League, showcasing his tactical acumen. However, the Premier League proved a challenging arena, and despite moments of promise, Burnley were relegated under his watch. Critics pointed to tactical naivety and a reliance on inexperienced players. But Kompany's journey was far from over. This season, Bayern Munich appointed Vincent Kompany as their new head coach on a 3-year deal. The decision followed a challenging period for the club, which struggled to find a suitable replacement for Thomas Tuchel. Bayer Leverkusen boss Xabi Alonso, Germany's manager Julian Nagelsmann, and Austria's head coach Ralf Rangnick all turned down the offer. However, Bayern ultimately secured Kompany, who brought a fresh perspective and leadership style to the Bavarian giants. Now, let's be real. Bayern didn't exactly have Kompany at the top of their wish list. After Thomas Tuchel left in February, they were left scrambling. They tried to snag everyone: Xabi Alonso, Julian Nagelsmann, Hansi Flick, Ralf Rangnick, Unai Emery, Erik ten Hag, even Roberto De Zerbi. But they all said, nah, I'm good. They even tried to get Tuchel back, but he was like, nah, I'm out. So Kompany, he wasn't plan A, B, or even C. He was more like plan K. But here's the plot twist. Kompany might just be the perfect fit for Bayern. two big names on Bayern's board, Max Eberl and Christoph Freund, made the call. They convinced the club's president, Herbert Heine, to sign Kompany because they were seriously impressed with his style. Sky Sports Germany's Florian Plettenberg spilled the beans. Eberl sees something special in Kompany, kind of like the next Xabi Alonso, and his opinion won out on the board. Even Uli Hoeneß, who wanted Hansi Flick back, couldn't sway Eberl's belief in Kompany. But what is it that Bayern sees in Kompany that everyone else is missing? It's all about his style of play. Wherever Kompany goes, he brings that attacking football, all about dominance, ball possession, and aggressive pressing. In his first season with Burnley, he showed off some mad tactical flexibility. His Burnley squad was all about a 4-2-3-1 formation, which just so happens to be Bayern's favourite. They also played 4-3-3 and sometimes even switched it up to 3-2-5, 3-2-6 or 3-1-6. Yeah, it gets wild. Here's a quick breakdown. When switching from a 4-3-3 to a 3-2-5, his defenders would morph into three at the back during attacks. There were constant flips between the fullbacks, with one staying back and the other pushing up as a winger. The midfield was all about tight coordination, moving up and down depending on what the opponent was up to. And up front, they formed a 5-man attacking press. Kompany's tactics on defence were just as on point, with players dropping back into specific roles, making it tough for opponents to break through. His Burnley squad dominated possession, pressed like crazy, and scored goals for fun. Kompany's all about giving his players the freedom to switch things up on the fly, making his teams unpredictable and super hard to play against. That's how Burnley crushed the championship in the 2022-23 season, bagging 29 wins, scoring 87 goals and only letting in 35. They even hit the 100 points mark, a feat that hadn't been done since the 2014-15 season. So why Bayern? Kompany's style is perfect for the Bavarians. He's all about scoring goals and having teams that are always looking to attack. It's no wonder journalists started calling his Burnley side the Manchester City of the Championship. Plus, Kompany learned a ton from Pep Guardiola during his playing days at City, and Pep even predicted Kompany's success as a coach, saying he'd eventually manage Man City. But for now, Bayern is his playground. Of course, we can't ignore that rough patch in the Premier League with Burnley. Kompany stuck to his guns, pushing his team to play an open, attacking style even when they were getting battered. They eventually found some balance, but it was too little, too late. They got relegated. But that didn't stop Kompany from showing his potential, and Bayern took notice. Some might say Kompany won't be able to handle Bayern's star-studded locker room, but there's a strong counter to that. Kompany's got killer communication skills. He speaks English, French and German, which he picked up while playing for Hamburg. He's not afraid to turn up the intensity in the locker room, showing passion that Bayern fans are gonna love. Plus, he's already got connections with players like Leroy Sané from their Manchester City days, and there's talk that he might bring in guys like John Stones and Jack Grealish, and maybe even Joshua Zirkzee back to Munich. His potential Bayern lineup is looking fire, with Manuel Neuer in goal, a new right-back like Ronaldo Araujo, a stacked midfield, and of course, Harry Kane leading the line. But let's not forget, Bayern's obsessed with the idea of having their own Xabi Alonso type coach, and Kompany's journey is so similar. Both started with small teams, both love developing young talent, and both have that winning spirit from their playing days. So when people doubt Kompany, just remember that legendary goal he scored against Leicester in 2019. Everyone told him not to shoot, but he did, and it won City the title. So yeah, shoot your shot, Vinny, and take your chance at Bayern. You've earned it. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you want to see Kompany crush it at Bayern, and stay tuned for more epic content.